What's up, you guys, and welcome to a whole new episode of Toni Approved.
Okay, everybody, so I just left from the movie theaters from seeing CandyMan, and I would definitely rate this movie a 4 out of 5 on my personal movie scale. Growing up, CandyMan was one of those scary movies that was on the whole roster of like Freddy Krueger, Halloween. For me, I used to really like scary movies growing up, so I actually did used to watch CandyMan. I'm not gonna lie, CandyMan wasn't really one that was on the top for me growing up, but it was scary enough for me to watch it and for me to enjoy. So that's why I definitely had to check out this new sequel movie. I love the fact that it was one of the movies that was directed by Jordan Peele. That was one of the main things that intrigued me about the movie. And the fact that they used Say My Name in the trailer for the movie. I love how you always use black anthems in a way to connect music to the horror genre. I think that's really, really cool. What did I like about this movie? Well, for one thing, when it comes to me and horror movies, I really like when there's a really good storyline. This movie wasn't necessarily overly scary, but the storyline was really nice enough for me to continue to watch it and want to actually finish the movie. We're not going to try to give you guys too many spoilers in this video, but there is a connection between the first movie and the second movie, which was one of the things that I liked about this movie, is that it wasn't just a remake of the original Candyman. It was more of a part 2 to the original story, which makes for really good sequels. I love when when the writing is good in that way. I love the fact that we had prominent gay characters in the movie as well. They definitely brought a lot of the comedy to this movie, as we often do. The main character was definitely attractive enough to keep me watching throughout the whole film. But yeah, it was really good. I love the fact that they focused on Candyman being an urban legend and like a hood tale, and I think that more of a nod to the original movie in a way, because if I'm not mistaken, the original Candyman may have been kind of like a lower budget black film about a scary character in the hood, and it just really connected with the black audience. So I like the fact that they played on that when it came to this film. Definitely ain't low budget no more. You can tell there was a black director in this movie. Like when his girlfriend got caught inside of the laundromat and she looked down in that scary basement and was like, I ain't going down there. Yep, exactly true. I love the fact that none of the characters made dumb decisions, and that's one thing about this movie. I love the fact that none of the characters made dumb decisions. Most of the decisions in this movie, especially from the main characters, was spot on. Like, there was none of those moments where you're yelling at the screen like, now why would you do that? But yeah, that was my biggest thing about this movie. I love the fact that they turned him into kind of like a hood legend and a protector. There was the police brutality undertones that was in this movie, and it would be very cool if we as black people had somebody like Candyman to protect us from the police. They would never roll up on us the way they be doing now. The writing in this movie was really good, man. The urban legend actually started off from the perception of the audience of the very first movie, of the people who wasn't actually Helen and wasn't connected to actual Candyman and what everybody would have thought. But it's like when you go deeper in the story, you realize that she really wasn't crazy, that it was really Candyman that was out here doing it. I love the fact that they turned Candyman into more of a spiritual thing versus a one person kind of thing. Gave him more depth, more dimension. I loved how they used a lot of shadow art in the movie to help tell the story. That was very creative and just a different way to kind of look at the film. A lot of things like that really intrigue me as a film lover. So, honestly, I would actually buy this movie, and this movie would make me want to actually buy it as a set, get the original movie and this movie. So when I'm ever in the mood for a good scary movie with a nice script, I can watch both of those films in that way. I also like the fact that his girlfriend was the survivor of the movie. It gives an opportunity for black women to feel powerful and represented very well in the film. Even though she really wasn't down for the whole believing that Candyman was real, she also never left him and in a way kind of rode for him in the end. I think his girlfriend's character was a great representation of black women in this movie, and that was something that I really took away from it as well. I think my sister, who's always looking for great black representation from female characters in films, would be proud of the way she was represented in this movie. The fact that she, wasn't really down with the BS, but she was supporting him, but she never really made him feel like he was less than because he was a starving artist and that she had more money than him. The black female character was represented very well in this movie. And even when he finally did go crazy, she did exactly what most ride-or-die black women do. Take a moment, get with whoever they love, their girlfriends or their family members, take a woosah moment, come back and try to move on, but at the same time kind of fix their relationship in a way as well. So I thought that was great. That was great as well. But have you guys got a chance to check out this movie yet? If you have not, make sure you do. And if you have, let me know what your favorite parts of the movie is. Go ahead, drop down in the comment section and let me know. And if you haven't already, please check out my last movie review that I did for the Aretha Franklin movie Respect, featuring Jennifer Hudson. Really like both of these movies. I'm glad I would actually buy both of them. So until next time, thank you guys so much for checking out my channel, and I'll be back soon with a whole new video. God bless.